After I was reborn, I grabbed a safety hammer and smashed the car window to save my villainous wife from the crash, but she thought I was there to kill her. Lucy's heart sank. Does this man really hate me that much? Is he here to finish me off? If I survive this, he'll pay. The safety hammer rang loudly against the car door. Lucy's eyes went wide as she stared me down through the door. At the same time, she struggled to save herself. I was already nervous, and that look of hers made my scalp tingle. I clenched my nerves and said, "Stop glaring at me like that. Save your strength and keep breathing. Don't you dare die." The villainous's stare was terrifying. Lucy froze for a second. Wasn't this man the one who wanted me dead the most? The door finally came loose. I tossed the safety hammer aside and opened it. So he isn't here to kill me? I carried her into my car. Something had pierced Lucy's abdomen and thigh, and blood kept pouring out, staining the seat red. She struggled to get out. The files are still in the car. I glanced at the engine where the flames were getting bigger. Are you kidding me? Your life matters more. She acted like she didn't see my face and still tried to get out. My expression turned ugly. Fine, you win. With that, I turned and sprinted toward the car that was about to explode. From inside my car, man running for his life. Just to get on my good side, this guy is really going all out. I dove into the car, quickly found the bloodstained folder, and rushed back as fast as I could. Then boom! The car exploded and fire shot into the sky. The blast wave threw me down and I lay on the ground without moving. Lucy sat in the car, staring at me lying motionless on the ground. Is that man dead? A few seconds later, my corpse act ended. I struggled up and spat out a mouthful of bloody saliva. I picked the folder back up and walked toward her. I pulled the car door open, dropped into the driver's seat, and took a deep breath before I finally came back to myself. Oh my god, that scared me to death. That was more intense than a roller coaster. I glanced at Lucy in the passenger seat. Blood was running from the corner of her eye and down her leg. My eyes tightened, and I started the car, racing to the nearest hospital. In the original story, I made the big boss go blind and lame. I got here so fast this time, so we shouldn't miss the rescue window, right? I took a deep breath and tried to act like the original me. My voice was nervous, but still carried a bit of disgust. Hey, are you dead or not? Lucy pressed hard above her injured thigh to slow the bleeding. Her eyes were slightly closed, but when she heard me, she slowly looked up. Her face was covered in blood, but those ice-cold eyes could still kill. Seeing that look, my heart trembled, but I also let out a breath. If her glare is that fierce, she's probably not going blind. But the big bad is still the big bad. Even badly injured, she is terrifying. I pulled my racing thoughts back and focused on driving. Soon, I reached the hospital entrance. As soon as I stopped, I saw an ambulance crew getting ready. I helped Lucy out of the car. I quickly shouted toward the doctors by the ambulance. "Car crash victim over here." Several medical workers rushed over with a stretcher, lifted Lucy onto it, and pushed her inside. The patient has severe bleeding. She needs emergency treatment. I ran beside the moving stretcher, my face full of panic. "Sir, are you the patient's family? Please come with me to pay the fees. How could I leave the big boss alone right now? If she died, I wouldn't be far behind." I had to keep watch. Thinking that, I pulled a card from my wallet and handed it to the nurse. "No pin needed. Swipe it. Use the best medicine you have." The nurse froze for a second, then took the card and hurried away. The woman lying on the stretcher half opened her eyes and watched my anxious face. "Scared I'll die?" "If you die, I'll be a widower." So this man really only thinks about himself. "Don't worry, if I die, you're coming with me." I was shocked. The villain Don't worry, if I die, you're coming with me. I was shocked. The villainous boss really is rotten to the core. Lucy was sent into the emergency room. I waited outside, worried, sick, pacing back and forth. Soon, a few more people arrived. They walked around outside the emergency room and their phones never stopped ringing. I didn't know any of them. To avoid blowing my cover, I simply kept quiet. Before long, a nurse suddenly ran out of the emergency room. She shouted, "The patient has lost too much blood. She's going into shock. Get blood from the blood bank now!" Hearing that, my legs nearly gave out and I almost collapsed. Then I suddenly remembered something important. Is the plot still the same? Lucy has a rare Rh-negative blood type, and so do I. In the original plot, the ambulance called in from Highway G65, 10 minutes from the city hospital. Patient is in hemorrhagic shock. Prepare to receive her. After Lucy saved herself, an ambulance brought her to the hospital. Her wounds were deep, and she had lost a lot of blood. The doctors ran blood work and coagulation tests right away, then prepared to clean and suture the wounds. She had also lost too much blood and urgently needed a transfusion. "Lucy needs a transfusion. You're a match, so cooperate." Lucy's people demanded that I donate blood, but I wanted her dead.